Welcome to the show. Hi, I'm Randy Jeffers, and we are live from the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, we have a special guest here in the studio. We have Mr. Spencer Williams, who is a part of Integrity Property Service. And we have your broker, Susan, who is from Baltimore, Maryland area, and her partner, Rob. Would you make the formal introductions?
Fantastic, Randy. I'm glad to be here today, and we have some information we want to share with people, how to increase their returns so that they have a better retirement portfolio and have a little bit more money to spend in their latter years. Susan is a fantastic person. She has a real estate company. She's a broker in the Baltimore, Maryland area. Her and Rob have teamed up about 1.5 years ago, and they have found a system, a true system that really applies, that we can double, triple, and maybe quadruple our return instead of being in the CD, 401, or a Roth IRA. So Rob Pottle here has a system that we're putting into place, and I'm getting to be working with them on this team. And I just want to have Rob explain in detail how we go about doing this and helping people.
Absolutely. Well, Rob and Susan, thanks for joining us via Skype, and great to have you on the show. This incredible program that Spencer's been talking about, I understand, is available for just those regular people like me, that has maybe a retirement account. Maybe we've heard that, you can't mess with it or you're going to get penalized, you're going to lose all your money. But as I understand it, there is a way to sort of go around the banks and be able to drastically, in some cases, change the kind of return that you can get, which is just going to impact our families in incredibly positive ways. So tell us about that, if you would.
Absolutely, Randy. We want to give people a way to basically flip the switch on the bank and change the shift, the paradigm shift. If you look at Facebook, they changed the way we're able to communicate. Totally game changer. And now you can get in touch with people all around the world you haven't seen for years. We want to change the game, and I can give you example after example, companies and products that did that. Uber did it with transportation, giving people a better way, smoother ride, better car, etc. We want to do the same thing with something that's very sensitive to everybody, and that is their financial future and their retirement. And retirement seems like it's getting a little bit further and further away from people at certain times. Yeah. They had certain expectations, certain goals, and things happen in life. And it seems like the marker just moves out a little bit further from their nose, and for whatever reason, now they have to find themselves working for longer, or their account went backwards. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter, things that are out of their control, and now they have to rebuild that account. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to do it. And what Susan and I do is we actually buy property. We buy high-performing rental real estate, and we realize that most people don't want to own real estate. Most people don't want to be a landlord. Most people don't want to deal with a tenant. Most people, they want to do what they do, whether they're a doctor, an accountant, a ball player. It doesn't matter if they drive a taxi cab or they work in a steel mill. They just go to their job, they work, they put money into a retirement account. It's supposed to grow. It's supposed to earn them some interest or a return. They're supposed to be able to live off it when they retire. And for some reason, their money doesn't work as hard as they do. Yeah. So we simply want to give people an opportunity to change that from happening. And how do they change it? The first step, the first thing they have to do is they owe it to themselves. You need to go to increasemyreturns.com, and you need to get informed and educated about the free CD that we've made available for everybody, so they can know how they could become the bank and how they can improve their rates of return. Because for most people, they don't feel like they can win. Some people feel defeated. Well, I've only got $50,000. I only have $100,000. I'm not rich. I only have this much money. They feel defeated. And when their money is barely growing, right now in the CD, if you're getting 1%, what's $50,000 going to make you a year? What's $100,000 going to make you a year? So we want people, the first thing we want to do is we want people to simply just go to the site. Go to increasemyreturns.com. Access the free information. listen to the CD. It's only 16 minutes. It's liable to increase your rate of return over the next year that will have you not being able to sleep at night, because you'd almost think that it's too good to be true.
Well, it sounds like it's too good to be true, but Susan, some of us are scared to do new things, and when we hear about things that that probably are really great for us, we just sort of put it off, and we want to maintain the status quo. But are there any risks associated with this program? Are there any things that we need to watch out for?
No, everything is safe and secure. Your money. I'm actually a private lender myself. I had money when I sold my house that I invested as well. I had $65,000, and the bank was only going to give me 0.02% on my money. And so Rob said, hey, I can invest your money and give you a higher rate of return. So that's what I did. And then I actually had money in my IRA. I was divorcing and splitting up everything. I had lost last year over $7,000 in my IRA account. And so then I found a way that I could actually take and make a higher rate of return on that as well. So it's actually a very safe vehicle.
So, Rob, this is pretty exciting because we're not talking about having to dip into our pockets for money to go invest. We're talking about just sort of repositioning some of the things that we already have, right, and just doing them in a smarter way.
That's absolutely correct. So it doesn't affect people's day-to-day lives. It doesn't affect their, the grocery bill, their car payment, the little league ball game, or helping their, son through school. This is investment capital that you contribute to every single pay period. It's going to be there for your retirement one day, and all we're doing is showing people how they're able to basically energize that account. I share with people here recently, Randy, if you take somebody, that only has $100,000, let's just use that as a figure, $100,000, and let's just say that they were able to get 2 percentage points, just 2, higher per year than what they're currently getting. That's $2,000 more per year. But if that happens to them over the next 5 years, which is only 60 months, well, their account will be $10,000 more money just with 2%. Now, I only use an example, number 1, with $100,000. Number 2, I only use 2 percentage points more. And number 3, I only use 60 months. Most people have a lot more work to do than 60 months, so they're gonna be working for longer than 60 months. Most of our investors have a little bit more than $100,000 that they actually able to have invest. So we're talking about a really strong rate of return. We're talking about money that they can literally look at and see that it's so much higher than where they currently are, and it's fixed. It's not volatile of the stock market. It doesn't depend on who's running in the Oval Office. It doesn't depend on what's going on Wall Street. There's a lot of money invested in a lot of companies, Randy, and a lot of brokerage accounts. And the sad thing is that most people that have their money housed in a lot of these accounts, they know very little about the company. They're taking somebody's word for it. They're crossing their fingers. They're holding their breath. They're hoping that they bet on the right horse. They're hoping that they're going to win. They hope that if everything goes out and everything goes as according to schedule, that this is where you'll be in 30 years. Well, we offer you a better way than to just cross your fingers, hold your breath, and hope, because we can put that money at a fixed rate of return, totally secured, no tax implication, no penalty for touching your money, and all you got to do to get the information is go to increasemyreturns.com and access our free CD and just look for yourself to get the information.
I can't wait to get to my laptop and find out about that, because Spencer, it just seems like a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't we do that?
Well, we don't do that because the banks and the institutions tell us they're going to penalize us. If you take the money out of here a little bit early, you're going to have to pay taxes.
Right.
You don't even want to go out and pay a medical bill. You don't want to touch these things because of the fear factor that's been put involved.
Right.
That's not truly there. In this company, what we do is, with our CD and the information that they can get from us, we can show them how to work with the system to better their chances of better retirement.
Well, it's very, very exciting. So once again, that website is www.increasemyreturns with an S on the end of it.com, right?
Yes.
And when I log in there, I can get a free audio, and that'll explain the program, and maybe get on the newsletter and find out more, or have somebody contact me.
That's true. You're going to put your name in, an email address, and a number, a phone number. But there's also a 1-minute little video there. It's going to be so informative. Everybody should do it, and tell all your friends who are retirement plan, also at work and everything, they should go to the website also. This is something that's going to help everybody.
Well, it's just absolutely incredible. Well, Susan and Rob, thanks for joining us from Baltimore, Maryland, and Spencer, thanks for being here and sharing this exciting program. So I challenge everybody to go check it out, get that free audio, and just find out how this program works, because it could make all the difference. It could really change your life in an incredibly positive way. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.